Something that transcends age, breaks down barriers of time, and ignites hope in every human soul, the truth that you were never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Where age is often misused as a yardstick, measuring what you can and cannot do, telling you when you're too young to start or too old to continue. Society has a way of putting people into boxes. Childhood is for dreaming. Youth is for doting. Adulthood is for responsibility. And old age is for rest. But who decided that the human spirit stops hungering for growth at a certain number of candles on a birthday cake? Who declared that the brain stops learning, or the heart stops desiring, or the soul stops reaching once you cross an arbitrary age line? The truth is this: as long as you are breathing, you are capable of growth. As long as your heart beats, you can dream. As long as you have a vision in your mind, you can set a new goal. Think about it. Age is nothing but a measure of time. It tells you how many years you've walked this earth, but it does not define the strength of your will, the creativity of your ideas, or the passion burning inside of you. Some people at 70 are full of life, energy, and ideas, while others at 20 may already feel defeated. The difference isn't in age, it's in mindset. History is full of examples proving that greatness does not have an expiration date. Colonel Harlan Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, was 65 years old when he started his journey into franchising fried chicken. Before that, he had faced countless failures and rejections. Imagine if he had believed he was too old to start again. His dream would have died with him. Grandma Moses, one of America's most celebrated folk painters, began painting seriously in her 70s. Before that, she was a farmer's wife and mother who had hardly touched a paintbrush. By the time she passed away, her art had touched millions and was displayed in world-renowned museums. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison and emerged at the age of 71 to become South Africa's president and a global symbol of justice and reconciliation. These stories remind us that age does not dictate what you can achieve. What matters is your willingness to dream, to begin again, and to refuse the lie that it is too late. Many people hesitate to set new goals as they grow older because of three major fears. Fear of failure. What if I try and it doesn't work? Fear of judgment. What will others think if I start over at my age? And fear of wasted time. What if I don't have enough years left to see it through? But let's examine these fears. Failure? It's not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every time you fail, you learn, adapt, and strengthen. At any age, you still benefit from the lessons failure teaches. Judgment? People will always talk, no matter what you do. If you succeed, some will envy you. If you fail, some will mock you. So why let their voices silence your dream? Live your life for yourself, not for the opinions of others. Wasted time? The only wasted time is the time spent doing nothing. Even if you cannot finish what you begin, the joy of pursuing something meaningful is a reward in itself. Imagine the regret of never trying compared to the peace of knowing you gave your dream a chance. Every sunrise reminds us that life renews itself daily. Trees shed leaves in autumn, stand bare in winter, bloom again in spring, and thrive in summer. If nature can reinvent itself year after year, why can't we? You are not the same person you were 10 years ago. Your experiences have given you wisdom. Your struggles have given you resilience, and your scars have given you strength. Why would you let all that experience go to waste? Why not channel it into new goals, new dreams, and new beginnings? The beauty of dreaming later in life is that your dreams are guided by clarity. When you are young, you chase many things, sometimes out of pressure, sometimes out of immaturity. But as you grow older, your dreams sharpen. You know what truly matters, what genuinely fulfills you, and what aligns with your deepest values. When we talk about setting new goals, many people imagine something massive, building a company, writing a best-selling book, or traveling the world. Those are wonderful, but not every goal has to shake the earth. A new goal can be as simple as learning to play the guitar, planting a garden, taking up painting, starting a fitness journey, learning a new language, or reconnecting with old friends. Every goal, no matter how small, gives you a reason to wake up with purpose. It adds color to your days and gives you joy in your heart. Remember, your goal doesn't have to impress the world. It only has to inspire you. Modern science tells us that the brain remains capable of growth, what scientists call neuroplasticity, throughout life. You can form new habits, learn new skills, and rewire your brain at any age. This means it is never biologically too late to dream again. Physical health also benefits from new goals. When you engage your mind and body in meaningful pursuits, you reduce stress, improve cognitive function, and often live longer. Purpose is one of the greatest medicines in the world. Let me share with you a few stories not of famous people, but of everyday heroes who embraced this philosophy. A 72-year-old man in India learned to read for the first time because he wanted to read the newspaper without help. His dream was simple, but it gave him dignity and joy. A woman in her 60s completed her first marathon after beginning her training just 3 years earlier. She said, "Running gave me back my youth, not in years, but in spirit." An 80-year-old in Japan took up programming and created apps that became popular among children. He said, "If they can play with technology, why can't I create it?" These stories remind us that setting new goals is not reserved for the young. It is the privilege of the living. To embrace this truth, you must shift your mindset from "I'm too old" to "I'm just beginning another chapter." Think of your life as a book. If you're 50, 60, or 70, you might think you're nearing the end. But what if the last chapters are the most exciting, the most inspiring, the most impactful? Wouldn't it be tragic to close the book early without writing those pages? Dreams keep the story alive. Goals keep the plot moving. Without them, life becomes stale. With them, life remains an adventure. So how do you begin? 1. Reflect on what excites you now. Forget what excited you 20 years ago. Ask, what do I care about today? 2. Start small. Don't overwhelm yourself with a giant mountain. Begin with a hill. Small goals build momentum. 3. Surround yourself with believers. Be around people who encourage you, not those who dismiss you. 4. Learn constantly. Take courses, read books, attend workshops. Knowledge is fuel for dreams. 5. Celebrate progress. Every step, however small, deserves acknowledgement. Progress is proof that you're still moving forward. When you set new goals later in life, you don't just inspire yourself. You inspire others. You show your children, your grandchildren, your community, and the world that life is not limited by age. Think about it. A young person watching a 70-year-old begin a new business or learn a new skill sees living proof that possibility never dies. You may be giving others the courage they didn't know they had. Your dream may become someone else's permission slip. My friends, I want you to carry this truth in your heart. As long as you live, you can dream. As long as you breathe, you can grow. As long as your eyes open to a new dawn, you can set a new goal. Age is not a cage. It is a crown. It symbolizes the battles you have fought, the wisdom you have gained, and the resilience you have built. Do not let it weigh you down. Let it lift you higher. You are not too old to start again. You are not too old to learn again. You are not too old to love again. And you are certainly not too old to dream again. The dream does not die with age. The dream dies only when you stop believing. So rise up, set that goal, dream that dream, and let the world witness the unstoppable spirit inside of you. Because truly, You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream.